Hello, Glendale. I'm Meg Keller.
And I'm Luke Miller.
And you're watching the first episode of the Glendale 411. Every year, Glendale hosts foreign exchange students. This year, Norwegian native Roxy visits us.
Meg Keller and Caitlin West have the story.
My name is Ragnhild Skjerveim. I'm from Ål in Norway.
Last year, Kate and I hosted Quiche, who was at Glendale, for the last 2 months of his visit here to the U.S. We had a great time. He was a great guy. And we decided that we might like to try out hosting someone again.
First meeting Roxy was very emotional, and it was just everyone was really excited, so there were lots of hugs in the airport.
How have you enjoyed living with Kate?
I actually hate it. No, I like it. In Norway we are healthier than the Americans, but my family's a healthy family, so I don't have any big differences there. And my town in Norway is 3,000 people, so the biggest difference is that it's a lot of people here.
I think to make the new students feel welcome, the only thing you can really do is just involve them as much as you can and get them into school events and get them to go to hang out with all your friends just so they can meet new people. Being on the softball team with Roxy is very entertaining just because she's never played before, never even heard of the sport until a month ago, but she's super good and it's super exciting because I'm so proud of her every time she does something good. My favorite part about hosting would probably have to be just experiencing a new culture and also having a sibling, because I definitely have never had a sibling living with me in the house before.
I think it is learning about their culture, first of all, but then really watching them learn about our culture and experience all these things that they're seeing for the first time and learning about the United States for the first time. And you get to live through those things again and understand that even the little things mean something special.
Get up out of your desk and get a hands-on education at the OTC Career Center for high school juniors and seniors. There are 19 career paths to choose from, and it's free. Students earn college credit and they're prepared to get a job when they graduate. A hands-on education that helps you get a job or a jump start on college is what makes the OTC Career Center a unique high school experience. Talk to your high school counselor or visit otc.edu/career center to learn more.
Glendale students don't just come from other countries, they visit them too. Last summer, Ariana Thomas went to Honduras on a mission trip.
Carrie Jones and Sarah Snelson report.
This summer, I went on a missions trip to Honduras with my youth group in my church, and the adults built a church for the congregation that was already there, and we played with the kids, and we went to schools and we performed and ministered to them through the arts.
I think one of the difficulties that I saw there is just the poverty, how many people don't have the opportunities that we have here, and all the things that is going on.
I think that every single student before they graduate high school should go on a missions trip. It's a great experience. It also gives a lot of perspective, helps open eyes. You see poverty or situations on the TV or through the news, but it's a whole other thing to experience it in person.
I think going there, I already knew the language, so I was able to get closer to a lot of the people, and I was able to share the gospel of Christ to others and let others know what I have in my heart.
There were a bunch of kids in the village, and we got to play with them every day, and they were so sweet, and they would come up and hug us, and I took Spanish 1, so I just thought I knew all of the Spanish. So I could actually communicate a little bit with them, but it was cool to see how close you can get to a person without even knowing their language.
The people that were at the construction site, and many of them that were at the schools, we got to spend every single day with them and relationships formed, even though we don't speak the same language. So a lot of relationships that were formed. Then when we had to leave and kind of sever those relationships, knowing that more than likely we're never going to see any of these people again, that hurts. And so on a missions trip, and any time in general, the more that you give and the more that you love, the more it hurts whenever you leave. And so we were really hurting when we left, which again for me is a good sign, because that means that we gave a lot.
It was the best experience of my life, and the life over there wasn't different because of the poverty, but it was different because of the people and their love. And that if we love people like that, America would be a better place, and I think the world would be a better place. If you ever have an opportunity to go on a mission trip, then you should take it, because it really changes your view of people and the view of the world, and I feel like the world would be a better place if people went on mission trips more often.
Student athletes worked for years to be on the varsity team, but this year, freshman Chevelle Crosby has already made the cut.
Mariah Carrico and Connor Skinner investigate.
I've been playing football for 2 years, and I played in Mighty Mites, and then I quit. And then my dad got me to play again. Everybody bugged me to play, so I played this year. And I didn't think I'd be good, but now I'm on varsity, and I kind of like it. I'm getting better every practice.
I think he's got tremendous talent, tremendous ability. He's got tremendous potential to do very well. He's a very coachable athlete. Very focused on trying to improve and trying to get better, and I think he's got great opportunity to be an outstanding athlete for our school.
Chevelle's potential is there's no ceiling on him. He can do so many different things, has so much athletic ability, but right now he's just real raw. So as soon as he starts settling down, understanding what's going on, it's going to be unbelievable the impact he'll have on our football team, our school, our community, and the state of Missouri.
I've put in a lot of work. I try my hardest. Every practice I give it 100%. I play wide receiver, and my responsibilities are to catch the ball, get the touchdown.
The thing that I've admired about him, he's a great team player. He's about trying to do his best to help the team be successful. He has a tremendous desire to learn, to listen, to pay attention. And he's got a good little personality, good humor, and very mature for a young man his age.
I think the thing that makes me stand out from all the other freshmen is how fast I am, how athletic I am, how good I look.
I would just say his athletic ability, his speed right now. He's got long arms, he can catch the ball, he's got good hands, and his speed is pretty incredible for his age. But those other guys aren't too far behind him, so we're hoping that Chevelle is kind of like the leader of the group, and the rest of the kids are following him and following his lead.
This season I'm hoping to win a championship, get better, make the team better, make new friends.
My piece of advice to Chevelle would be to stay humble, be who you are, stay away from having a girlfriend, and make sure you go to church on Sundays.
Listen to your coaches, take their advice. They're going to kind of lead him into the direction that he needs to go to continue to improve and use his abilities and be a great athlete and representative of our school.
Social Easel lets everyday people have a good time while learning how to paint.
Emerald Davis and Amanda Zimmerman have the story.
Social Easel, a mobile painting class, was created by owner and instructor Christy Hawkins and launched in January 2014.
We wanted it to be a social experience, so it wasn't just painting. We wanted it to be where people came and hung out with their friends, ate and had drinks, and then of course the easel is that we're painting, so we kind of just combined those two together and came up with the social easel.
What I had found on the social easel before I went, I saw posts from friends with pictures of their paintings, and then I went ahead and got on their website and looked up the different paintings and thought it sounded like a fun girls' night.
I started Social Easel kind of by accident. I've been an artist my whole life. I was doing my daughter's 10th birthday and she wanted to do a paint party. So I came up with a design, bought the supplies and everything. My husband built me 10 easels and I taught a group of girls how to paint. thought that was the end of it, and then the moms came and wanted me to do a mom's night.
Compared to other painting classes, customers like how in-depth Christy goes.
I like the paintings that Christy does, and she gives directions. It's pretty easy, kind of abstract, so I don't feel like I'm gonna mess up.
It's very informational. They always show you the different strokes and the colors to use. They show you first, and then they give you time to work through that part on the painting, and then they go to the next step and so forth.
I like that the social easel, like they show you step by step how to do, so you learn different techniques and everything. I've been to other ones before where they're not as thorough on teaching how to paint, so I like that they do that.
Because I own my own business and I am the artist and owner, I get to create everything that we come up with. So I think that's what the draw is a little bit, is because everything I do is original and it's from me. I have a lot of people who are my regulars who wait for me to come up with my new paintings each month and kind of see what I'm going to come up with.
Social easel can be fun for any age, from a mom's night out to a birthday party to even a date night.
I think it appeals to all ages. And the cool thing about them, they've started doing some mother-daughter type stuff.
It's definitely more of a girls' night out type of thing, a mom's night away from her kids. We have more couples starting to come for date nights, so that kind of stuff too. Absolutely no experience is needed if you want to come to a class. So if someone hasn't painted since they were in kindergarten, no worries. I teach people step by step the whole process. If you've never picked up a brush before, I show you how to hold the brush, how much paint to have on the brush, and we do everything step by step. Nothing makes me happier than when people come who have never painted before and they leave proud of themselves.
The square used to be the center of Springfield.
Brett Baxley and Emerald Davis have the story on its past, present, and what's coming in the future.
The square has been the center of Springfield since 1835. It's played host to a courthouse, the intersection of trolley tracks, and, in more recent history, a pedestrian plaza for shopping, entertaining, and organizing.
The square was just a hub of social activities and stores. It was just hopping with businesses and people all around.
Longtime Springfield resident Trish Hedrick discusses the glory days of the square.
The square at that point is still like in 4 quadrants, and each quadrant had something that it was very known for, like I think it would be the northeast corner, the center store where the History Museum is now, that was Penny's. But then you moved on around to the other section of the square where hers was, and then the office building, if you're facing hers, that was to the right. And then as you looked at the square, when you moved over to the southeast corner, there was a department store called Rubenstein's. In that, there was also a bank there. When you would come to the square, as it was divided in quadrants, the center was also divided into quadrants. That was parking, that you could park there with meter parking. So a lot of times, you know, you might get lucky and be able to get a place in the center section. And I know when I was driving at 16 and 17, if I went after school, I could find a place to park if I had something to do downtown.
Before 1970, the square was a hub for shopping and socialization. After 1970 and the construction of the Battlefield Mall, the square's popularity declined. Many buildings sat vacant, and some still do.
I just have really fond memories. It was hard to watch it in the 70s and the 80s after the mall came to deteriorate so much. And I've really enjoyed it in the last 10 years, seeing that it is being revitalized a little bit and coming back.
The square is currently experiencing a revival. The restoration of the Hers building in 2014 kick-started the renovation of the area. Now, a new generation of people are able to enjoy the square.
Well, it's very exciting, you know, to see other people get to enjoy it maybe as much as I was able to, or my age group.
Central student Sky Lawson has lived in Springfield her entire life.
I've gone there a lot since I was younger with certain activities, like my mom does roller derby, so they used to have roller derby meetups and things there. Most recently I helped organize the Black Lives Matter protest, and that's kind of where our centralized location was.
But when you think of the square, that's kind of the one spot in Springfield that everybody knows and everybody knows where it is. So it makes the most sense for big activities like that.
I am glad to see that it's being revitalized, and hopefully that will continue.
Thanks for watching the Glendale 411.
Don't forget to subscribe and check out our channel for more content.
Signing out, I'm Meg Keller.
And I'm Luke Miller.